Hello, welcome. I hope you all can hear my voice correctly. A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm just so glad that you decided to join us today. Whatever made you click the link, I'm just so happy that you're here. My name is Tina. I am a filmmaker. And at first, I was into the advertising, branding, content side of things. Then I made an independent film. And currently, as it is called, I am a content creator. I write and I direct. And I have a special interest in surreal, supernatural, and elevated horror genres. Enough about me, and I want to take this opportunity to introduce you to Shri DP Mahesh and Sadgamaya Foundation. Now, however, whichever way I want to start introducing Shri DP Mahesh, it's like giving out headings to big chapters which are very long and elaborate. But I'm just going to give it my best shot. So academically, Shri DP Mahesh is an engineering graduate, and he's also an IT professional. And his memory skills, like the ability to remember lots of numbers and words in a very short span of time has earned him a place in the Limca Book of Records. At the same time, he's also the proud recipient of the Memory Award at the Memory Wizard Award at the Memory Asia competition in 2001. He's a teacher, yes, and he's going to be taking all our sessions. And as a teacher, he is particularly, dedicated, interested in the, developing of cognitive abilities, faculties, especially of children. He takes lots of workshops and training sessions for children and for teachers as well, and also, senior management professionals, not just in India, but all over the world, like in Americas, in the South America, as well as Middle East and Far East Asia. He is a healer and specializing in past life regression techniques. And now this is, and in addition to that, and this is quite interesting and most relevant to what we're going to be doing today and also in the next subsequent sessions, he is a modern day yogi. Yes, he's a yogi, and he has been trained in the Himalayan tradition. And for the last few years, he has completely dedicated himself into the development and propagation of 5-element breathwork technique, which is following in also in the tradition of Dr. Leonard Orr and Ma Avtar Babaji. So to call Shri DP Mahesh as a learned man is like a kind of an understatement, but and it's just not, and I'm not just saying that because he is, has this great knowledge of scriptures, and I'm saying this from my own personal experience, and a lot of his knowledge is actually been gained, by experiences through the body, mind, and spirit. So Shri DP Mahesh started the Satgamaya Foundation about 12 years ago, and when he found his calling, it is a non-profit organization, and it is involved in various activities, like, of course, like the spiritual, purification and the the Himalayan healing techniques, as well as research activities. Now, the foundation has, believe it or not, a lot of state-of-the-art modern technological gadgets and stuff. Basically, they measure the human the auras, as well as the healing the human energy systems, and also the energy healing stuff. So other than that, Sadgamaya as an organization is also involved in activities that is related to water birth, as well as group meditation of adults as well as children, and especially, and this is like very unique in that sense, especially healing of trauma amongst children. Sadgamaya has a lot of centers all over the world, and and because the experience, the whole programs and training modules are so experiential in nature, that a lot of people take to it, and has been able to be a transformative experience for a lot of people, thousands of people all over the world. Universal brotherhood is a kind of a motto at Satyamaya, and this initiative is also a small step into that direction. Because personally, I can say that Sri DP Mahesh is very involved in the healing and very concerned with the healing of individuals, and especially given the times that we're living today, especially of children, the elderly, and of people as society and the community as a whole. So, like I said, I just threw out a lot of information at you, and hopefully, as we go along, the sessions, you will get an idea of all of this, and it'll unravel itself. So, therefore, without further ado, I would like to welcome Sri DP Mahesh, sir, and I would like you to introduce Nectar of Life to everyone. And sorry, I'm Nectar of Life, and start off with the first session. Here you go, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Tina. Even I never expected that such a long introduction. It not needed. And good evening, friends. Welcome you all for this Nectar of Life program. I would like to start with a question. The nectar, or what we call Amrutam in Sanskrit, right? It is there in every culture, in every religion, they talk about this. In Hindu, we talk about this, okay, Amrutam, and the nectar, and we connect Shiva with it, right? Remember? And even in Christianity, in Muslim, everywhere this nectar is there, right? And I have a question for you. The question is, where do you find this nectar? Where? Can we find it in a lab, scientific lab? Can anyone prepare it? If it is there, we'd all got it. But definitely vaccine is not the nectar, right? Or vitamins, minerals, or a food we eat. No, but there is a place, it's somewhere there, nectar. Where do you find the nectar? Just take maybe a few seconds, think about it. Where the nectar is available. And why all religions, everywhere they talk about it actually. There's a holy grail. Everyone wants to search. Right? Where do we find it? In my opinion, in my understanding, if at all there's one place you can find the nectar it's not outside, it's inside your body. Trust me, that is inside our body. In all religions, when you talk about spirituality and talk about yoga, we all heard about this, the people who never get aged, right? Even in my experience, if you can take it from me, I have this personal experience, when I went to Himalaya long back, I stayed with people who are 150 years old, 200 years old in the cave, living with them. What we say, the Tapovan, Sundarvan, and these are all deep in the Himalayas, So where I've literally, that's where, my life took a whole turn. Like the way these people who live 150 years and 200 years, old, the way they maintain their energy level, their health, for the example, there's something extraordinary. And trust me, they hardly eat anything. We are so worried about the protein, our vitamins and our minerals, right? You heard about this. When I was in the US, people used to talk about this. Mahesh, you don't eat non-veg. How do you get your protein from? Where do you get your B12 from? So we are so worried about our vitamins, and all this diet plan and all of that. But these people in the Himalayas are in the mountains. You can find them many places. Not just in India, everywhere they are there. These kind of, even South America, you can find such people, but some special people. They understand something. Then how do these people could live so long in such harsh weather? How? What do you think? So there is something, they understand about the human energy system or the health system, which we are missing, by bombarding ourselves with so much of, what we can say, medications, toxins, and a lot of things. Like I said, if there is one place, this is what my answer, and I'm interested to hear from you. What's your answer? If there's one place you can find a nectar, if the nectar can get generated, that's in the human system. The way, we all can sit here, start thinking about all the sad things going on around, right? People are, they're just taken to the hospital and you see them back only as a dead body. They never get to see, leave the body in front of, with the family. It's such a Trust me, such a emotional, saddening things for me when I heard this is happening. Like, I never thought I will see something like this in my life in our country, like where people are dying on a ventilator and there's nobody around them. It's not a simple thing. Trust me, emotionally, it's not an easy thing. And then, what is the meaning of life? What is that we are really struggling for? To just to die one day, lonely somewhere. You don't even have someone to talk to around. It is such a saddening thing happening, and people are going without job, and then there's a depression on the on the line, lot of things actually, like, right? So, but here again, if you start all of us thinking about it, what happens? We feel negative, we feel sad, we feel depressed, and then it start generating, let's say, a lot of negativity, let's say energy wise, even in the body wise. And then what happens? That's where you start generating a lot of toxins, a lot of poisons in your system. And definitely, if you continue to think like this for the next few months or a few years, and definitely we all know where we'll end up. Actually, you look older, right? Definitely not younger. You look older, and everything inside you start collapsing day by day, right? And you start even losing enthusiasm, connection to the life itself. At the same time, that is one way of looking at life or following life. There is another way. Forget about sitting and generating poison, generating toxins, negative thoughts inside us. Why not either a possibility where we can all sit and do something exactly opposite, generate some nectar inside us, generate some positivity inside us, generate real that amrut, that elixir, which gives us life, which makes us to sail through any difficulties and come out as victorious. Can we achieve that? Can we reach there? Trust me, it is possible. So that's what this program is all about. We just we thought of it something like there's no commercial, nothing here. So we wanted to just wanted to share this with you, which we have been in Sadgamaya, painstakingly collected this, for many years, and used to conduct workshop. There used to be like a paid workshop. So we thought of, we will share this technique with you, and which can really, if you just try this technique, again, it's not going to be a lot of talking. We can, if I need to talk around, all the 10 days to just engage you, you need not come to a webinar like this, right? You have a lot of YouTube, videos for that, where people only talk non-stop. But here, we are going to share some tools with you, real tools, where you're going to do with me, along with me, just little things. You'll see, it will hardly takes about, a few minutes to do it. We're not going to demand, 1 hour, half an hour every day from you, just few minutes. But if we just do this, we can guarantee you things start changing. At what you can say, at emotional level, you start feeling positive, and your number of disturbing thoughts reduces, and then you start feeling good. You get a good sleep, and at emotional level, you feel very, very good. Physically, a lot of things, your digestion might improve, your sleeping quality might improve, your immunity might improve, and you will be, will not be prone to any attacks so easily, like, that way. And then other thing, spiritually, a lot of other things will happen up actually. So that we leave it to you, because I don't want to give any spiritual, label to this program. We just call it like a wellness program. Okay. So are we ready? Shall we try this thing? So what are these techniques? And again, these, we are planning a 10th session for you, just to engage you like this, 45 minutes at a time. And I will be with you to keep guiding you. So that's my commitment. And then your commitment to join us, online like this. Just be there. Just follow through this 10th session. Just do what we say, little things. And we'll see, what I'm talking about, the nectar. Can we find the nectar in your body? Can you find that solace? Can you find that healing power? Can you find that, the supreme positivity inside you? Is it possible? Yes, I believe it is possible. So let's see whether we can make it happen, for all of us being together in the journey. And again, my request to you is, once you feel connected, once you feel that positivity inside you, go around and spread it. Let it spread everywhere, like, and even you are even free to even share this technique with others. Talk to, about this technique, share with, others, because even if you can just change, like Jesus Christ said once, even if you can change one person's life to a betterment, that life is worth living. Think about it. That life is really worth living. So why can't you change yourself and then look forward to change someone, help someone? So that's what, we are trying to convey here. And let's get into this technique, shall we? Yep. Here, the first technique I want to show you is starting from the breath itself, because we all know if something can be done with the breath, it can do wonders. And this is one of the the least what I can say, the bothered, or you can say the most neglected thing in the human system. But if you can really understand the power of your breath, like as an example, when we took a birth, let's say you are a 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old. Let's go back now. Go back. Let's turn that time wheel 50 years back or 40 years back. Think that in the day one you're taking birth now, just now. What was the first thing you did after taking birth? When I ask this question in my workshop, people say, "Oh, crying." But you see, even to cry, you need a breath, right? Without breath, how do you cry? The first action of a human being, anybody, even not only human being, any animal for that matter, who enters to the planet Earth. So when you took a birth, when you entered the planet Earth and say, "Hello, the planet Earth, here I am," when you said that, the first thing you did is breathe in. When they cut off this umbilical cord, or before that, after that, when you take the first breathe in, you see the life begin. Your connection to the world started actually there. You see, the life begins with the first breathe in. And now, what is the last action of it? The first action is breathing in. I have a next question now. What is the last action of a human being? What do you think is the last action of a human being? Like just before the death, what is the last action? After that, there's no other actions. Everything ceased to exist after that. Which is the last action? Many of you already know it now. Okay, breathing out is the last action. The breath is out. You couldn't breathe in again. Dead. See? So that's the connection with the breath. So in breath is life, out breath is death, like that. So life goes on like that. If you really understand how to breathe properly, and if you really understand how to use this power of the breath, we can do wonders. We can definitely do wonders. That's what we want to show you. And there are many advanced techniques in this. To begin with, one thing I want to tell you, right? Can we do this now, all of us together? I wanted to just focus on your breath. Nothing. No, it's not a pranayama. Just focus on your breath. Just watch your breath now. The way it's going in, coming out. Just watch it now. Let's see. Pay attention. Again, do that. Okay. Now, I want to ask a question to you, right? Now, let's say you're calm now, comfortable, right? I hope so, right now. You're really relaxed. And now, let's say somebody comes and tells you a news. What is the news? 2,000 rupees note demonetized. Hello, it's only, I'm just creating, it's not really happened. Don't get shocked. But the moment you hear some news like that, what happens to your breath? Tell me. I mean to say, whenever you hear some shocking news, what happens to your breath? We all, invariably, we have to go, oh, really? See, we hold our breath. See, hold our breath. Remember, think of this. Again, like every time something shocking happens, something unexpected happens, we break our breath. We break our breath like that. We break our breath many, many times. Not only physically, even, when you're thinking some negative thoughts, just if you really want to understand what someone who is depressed, for example, they're breathing. They, their in breath and out breath is not so smooth. They break it many, many, many times. More the breaks in your breath, the more messed up the mind is actually. Like suppose somebody, who comes out with this project of committing suicide, for example. If you happen to watch that person, I wish nobody gets into that such a terrific state of mind. But if you watch those people, you see this breaking up the breath happens more often for them, as they go closer to their project date. So it's really more breaking the breath. It's very, very difficult. It's not a good sign actually at all. And again, watch your children. Every time you try to complain them, every time you try to put them down, or every time you're trying to say you're not doing good, you're not doing this okay, see what happens. Every time you scold them, check what happened to their breath. They hold their breath. They hold their breath like that. This is the culprit actually. I wish, our guru, Mahathir Babaji used to say this, which Leonard Orr used to tell me, my guru, on breath work and understanding the breath and all of that. And when he met Mahathir Babaji, and he said, Mahathir Babaji told him, he said to me, Leonard, there are 4 beings. If you happen to meet them, you will you will really see something unusual happening about their breathing. I said, really? What is that? He said, yeah, just try this. First one, he says, newborn baby. If you just watch a newborn baby, their breathing of the newborn baby is like a one gentle cycle, continuous connected breathing. They never break the breath. And that's when children, for the age 1, 2, 3, they're so cute, they're so energetic. Why? All the time connected with the nectar, you see. But as we start growing, the minds start taking shape, and we start telling them, you are this, you are that, and you are not this, you are not that. Remember? We start programming like hell, and start sending them to school and do so many things, and then the more and more trauma we create to them, the more and more they start breaking the breath. Simple, Number one, baby. Next to number two, animals, for example, if you watch their breath is continuous connected. And if you watch plant, for example, even they do breathe. It is like a gentle cycle. And another thing, Leonardo used to say, enlightened one. Just say, for the sake of mentioning, let's say if you happen to meet Buddha, Gautam Buddha, for example, or you happen to meet Kabir, or you happen to meet Krishna, for example, or happen to meet, let's say, Ramana Maharshi, some great master like that, or a Jesus Christ, Muhammad, for example. And if that enlightened master, if you watch them, their breath is also like that, a gentle, continuous, connected cycle all the time. They never break their breath. Again, sometimes when I say this, it's difficult to understand, but trust me, like the way you see, is showing the picture for you, that continuous connected breathing, it has got real power. Okay, now let's do this. Instead of more discuss about it, let's try it practically. What we're going to do, what I want you to do is sit comfortably, and I want you to just connect your breath, like you see, like a little forcefully. I want you to just breathe, maybe 5-6 times, for example, something like this. You see, just watch me. I will do that way. Can you try, all of us? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Start. Go on. 1. Just continuous connected. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just see. Okay, stop now. Stop. Good enough. You see that when you do this, it's like something different. Now what we're going to do, there is a technique here. I want you to just practice this technique as a beginner here. You'll understand a lot about your breath going forward, beginning with this. What I want you to do is, you're going to do 40 breaths. How many? Just 40. This is a magical number, 40. You will see this number 40 everywhere, in Hindu culture, in Bible, everywhere you see this 40. Have you heard about Arabian, this Alibaba and then 40 thieves? Yes. So 40 is a very, very interesting number which goes with the human system. It's a very interesting number, 40. And we have this Hanuman Chalisa, see, 40. Why again 40 only? Why not 80 there? So 40 is a very mystical and magical number. So I want you to take 40 breaths, 40 continuous connected breaths. Hold on, but in a special way. Which is the special way is going to be here? It is something like this. You're going to do first 4 breath, short breath. 5th one is going to be a long breath. Again, next 4, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, short breath. 5th, long breath. 6, 7, 8, 9, short breath. 10th, long breath. Again, 11, 12, 13, 14, short breath. 15, long breath, like this. I'll just demonstrate now. Just watch it. Ready? Okay, I'll count the number and I'll do it. And then after that, I want all of you to do this together. Okay? Just I'll show you. See. See, I did 20 breaths now, right? So just 20. So like that, I want you to continue this for 40. So just do 40 breaths together and see what happens. Shall we start now? 4 short, 5th one is going to be longer. You keep the count. I'll also count generally for all of you, but you keep the count. Let's start doing. Ready? It's good to, it helps us to close your eyes, so close your eyes so that you will feel the connection. And also do one more thing. So close your eyes, all of you. Just try. Don't start the breathing. Now, check how many number of thoughts are running in your mind. Just watch your mind. Just watch the thoughts. Maybe you're blaming at me now. What is this Mahesh going on talking some nonsense? When it will end today? Or some thoughts like that. I would have been better being the net with the Netflix or a Prime. What am I doing here? Watch those thoughts, right? Okay, just watch. Just just think how many thoughts are running in your mind. 5, 10, 20, 100. Just watch. Okay. Now, ready? Let's do the breathing now. Come back. Do the breathing. So you're going to keep the count. I'll also count for you. Please do it. Don't skip this. Don't keep watching it, looking at the your screen now. Please do this. This is what really make you understand. Not my talk. It's all about doing. Please do. Okay, just do 40 breaths. You're not going to lose anything. Just join me and do it. Ready? Okay, so you're going to start 4 short. 5th one going to be longer. We do 40 non-stop. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Start now. 1, quick. 2, 3, 4. 5th one, long one. As long as you can. Okay, continue. Don't break. 6, 7, short. 8, 9, short. 10, long one. Do a long breath. Continue. Don't break. 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. Long one. 15. Continue. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Long one. Continue. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Long one. Excellent. Continue. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Long one. Only 10 more. Continue. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Long one. Last 5. Continue. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Long one. Great. Stop now. Don't continue. Just stop. Relax your breath. Be like that. Be like that. Okay. Come back whenever you're ready. Open your eyes. Come back. Look at the screen again. Look at me. Hello. Good morning. You're back again. Here, when you do this in the beginning, for the first few days, sometimes you have a little giddiness, little, feel little, even maybe a little high and all. That's completely okay. That's completely normal. Don't worry. It's fine. So because you alkaline your system now, your blood become more alkaline now. Because of that, you feel that little bit of it. That's completely normal. Nothing to worry. It's very good for us. Very, very good for us. It's very healthy. Nothing to worry. Just stay. Just all you need to do is just calm down. Okay. Now let's do this. Close your eyes again. Close your eyes. Now check how many thoughts are running in your mind. How many thoughts are running? 10, 20, 100, 200, 1000. Okay, come back. Did you find the difference now? Before the breath, before you did this 40 breath, how was your thoughts? At the end, after doing it, what was the difference? Did you find the difference? Please check this out. I'm telling you, let's say, try this experiment with you. Tomorrow, let's say, for whatever the reason, you heard some news, you're so disturbed, or somebody, criticized you, somebody complained you, somebody said you're useless, but we all know you are great, you're fantastic. Don't bother about what others say. But let's say you're really saddened, or you heard some news, or let's say something is bothering you. Let's say somebody, got affected in your family with corona, or whatever, you've been going through some, tough time, and those thoughts that keep coming. What I want you to do, just, something like where you just do this 40 breath. Just sit, don't worry about the thought. Just do the 40 breath, and then I can guarantee you, those chain of thoughts will just break. And more you do it, let's say 2 times a day, 3 times a day, this 40 breath, which takes about 1 minute once. I'm not asking you to sit and do pranayama, for 10, half an hour. No, just 1 minute exercise, 2 minutes exercise. Just do it. You'll see the result. Instantly, you feel that there's a disconnection of those thoughts, and you feel good. You feel better. You feel better. More and more you start disconnecting with this. What is bothering you? What's happening? You go, start, creating a new momentum, a new thought, a new search, a new beginning. Your intuition works better. Trust me. When you do this, we all have a wonderful intuition. Trust me. Like many times, animals, for example. Let's say there's going to be earthquake, in some city where we are living. All the animals in that place, they'll get to know. They start moving out. Even your ants in the house, they get to know when it's going to rain, when is some weather issue is going to happen, like that. They have a better intuition. We, having born with such high capacity of intuition, we are completely disconnected. Why? Because we're disconnected from the breath. The more and more you connect with the breath, and this simple exercise, what I'm sharing with you, trust me, Do this 2 to 3 times a day. See where your intuition will go. It will help you in your career, in your decision making, in your relationship, and you feel so good actually. This simple exercise. There are more advanced one. We'll bring it, but this is the basic. And I want you to keep this gift of being with your breath, doing this 40 breath, not for today, for a lifetime. Sorry. So when you do this, when you really discovered something, some connection with your breath, when this 40 breaths helped you, go and teach someone, tell someone how it can help them actually. I have done for many. Wherever I go, I'll be just looking at an opportunity to share this technique because I found a lot of benefits for myself when I did this. This is the first one I wanted to share with you. Okay. The second technique, shall we move on now? The second one. Many times, have you heard about this statement? We call it mind-body balance. Always, the people talk about mind-body balance. Hey, your mind and body, everything needs to be balanced. But my question is, how do we make it happen? How do we make it happen? By reading a book or by talking about it, by thinking about it. But how do you make it happen? For this mind and body balance, actually, there is one very particular thing is required inside. And there's a requirement actually like in the body. When you really feel that alignment in your body and mind together, we have a greater immunity. And what we say, the immunity, is connected to actually that mind-body balancing. And if your mind-body balancing is not, connected, good. So, your immunity start going down. Even if you take a lot of medication, hardly they work for you like that way. Have you met some people, they become diseased, but they quickly bounce back? There are some people, they are non-stop, they're going on with the illness, one after the other, one after the other. Why? Because there's something is missing with the mind and body balance. Here we want to share the secret with you. It's amazing. Just try. You'll see the difference in just 1 week, this technique, So this technique is called, solar plexus correction. So correction of the solar plexus. I heard about solar plexus? Nabhistan, we call it in Sanskritam. Actually, that's like the axis, the central axis of your body, actually, like, the nabi, is the most important part of the body, actually, like in every tradition, every medical tradition, where you take, Ayurveda, Siddha, anything like, allopathy, homeopathy, anything, they actually give a lot of importance for the Nabhistan, like, and especially when you do the massage, when you want to bring in that, a coordination within you, so little massaging there, for example, can do wonders. Like putting few drops of oil. Remember ancient technique like grandmas used to do, putting few drops of oil and rubbing there, massaging there, the nabi. It's really wonderful because life begins from there. Remember, life started from there. All our, whatever we have, this body is all started, growing because of the nutrition we received from the umbilical cord, right? So it's very important. But here, there is a corrections we need to do actually. It always because of, why, somebody's solar plexus get disaligned, maybe because of the, style of, sleeping. If your sleeping is not correct, your posture is not correct. For example, you always walk bending, or you always bend forward and work, and your spine is not aligned properly. So a lot of variations happens in your spine. So that need to be, the spine, and then the nabi gets affected. So that needs to be corrected. And if the moment you do this, correction, it's very simple. You need not go to any therapist, nothing. It's very simple thing. You can see that that energy coming back to you, over a period of time, not in just 1 day, but in few days, your digestion improves, you feel better, you get recover better. Just try this, see what happens. You don't need to go with my words. Just try this and see. And again, how do I now? Next, the question to ask is, how do I get to know I need the correction? How do I get to know? So there are many methods actually. A therapist, to trained therapist can tell you by looking at you. They can tell you. When people come to our therapy center, we can just within few minutes we'll tell them, yes, we need a correction, solar plexus correction, like that. So there are many ways to find it, but one simple way I want to introduce to you. All of us, can you put your palm like this? So let's bring in a picture for you. See, can you look at this picture? Both the palm. See this? Like that. All the 4 lines what we're talking about in your palm should be put together. Just watch them. If all of them aligned completely, even little bit of, without any little bit of variation, that means your Nabi Sthan is correct. That means your solar plexus is completely aligned. Even little, usually on the top line, the fourth one, what you say, usually there will be a little misalignment will be there. When you're trying to adjust the down one, the top one go out of sync. Check it out. Then if that is happening with you, then you need a correction. Okay. And again, this is only for checking, but I'm telling you, it is such a simple technique, but so many loads of benefits. My suggestion is don't bother whether I need a correction or not a correction. No, because it hardly takes about, again, like I told you, 1 minute. If you can just spend 1 minute to correct it and see what happens. And again, this technique, and especially if you have elderly people in your family who are also like, people who are recovering from corona and all of them, you just make them do. You make them do, and it will help them greatly to regain their strength and energy and also get healed quicker. Okay. And how now the next question is, how do I make it happen? How do I get the Nabi correction done or a solar plexus correction done? There are many methods, of course, but we'll show you one method, which is called elbow method, where you can yourself can do. And, just by, doing the, alignment with your, with using your elbow and hand, so you can do this. We have a video. I'll just show you, so we recorded a video and we'll just show you, watch that video. Again, you're not going to do it now. Watch that video, understand what needs to be done. Then we all do together. For this, you need to stand up, not to watch video. For the real correction, you need to stand up. But right now, you can sit comfortably and watch the video. Okay. And what they're going to do, you see. So first, let's say we'll start with the right hand. For example, so take your left hand, hold your right, like here, like so that it position correctly, like, and this becomes, hope you can watch, this will be like a 90 degree, not here, but you'll see when you stand up, it will be easy for you. And then, and you do like this, 1, 2, you do 10 times, you touch your thumb to the shoulder, like the way it showed in the video. And then do the same thing, repeat the same thing with the left hand, standing. And once you're done this, you just walk around like maybe 10, 12 steps, let me for a minute or something, and then you're done. And you do this in the morning. Why? Because while sleeping, we get disturbed, the solar plexus. Do it in the morning so that your whole day goes great energetically. And again, at the end of the day, before going to sleep, you do it. Why? Because, if you do that, correct the alignment, you'll have a really good sleep, because good sleep is a great healer. If you can sleep well, your body can recover much, much, much better. Okay. So in that way, I advise you to do in the morning once, anytime, and then evening one. And again, if you, let's say, for whatever the reason, if you're super busy, you can do just doing once also will be okay. So let's watch the video now. Can we bring up the video? Yes. So this is our Dr. Hemlata, a medical doctor, worked in army. She's going to show us. See, you hold your right hand, like that near the elbow with the left hand. And you're going to keep your hand straight, like the way it's like you see exactly like a 90 degree. So can you watch it? See this? Yeah, not bending, like 90 degree. And now she's and thumb up. And then now when you move, thumb has to come and touch the shoulder. See, she will do like 1, and then you have to count 3, 4, 5. Okay. She's just turning so that you will see it properly. You don't need not turn while doing it. Okay. Totally, she's going to do 10 times like that. Okay, see, once the 10 times is done in the one right hand, you repeat the same thing for the left hand. See, you hold it, and then thumb is up, thumbs up, and then see, she's bending, she's turning so that you will see it properly like a 90 degree. Especially when you come down, after touching the shoulder, when you come down, the hand should not go down. You should stand at 90 degree. So she will do, you see, like 1, 2, 3, 10 times. Again, like I told you, this turning is not required. Only to show you how it looks like from the side and from the front, we'll just do it. Okay. So that's all the exercise. Thank you, doctor. And then you're going to just move around, for 10 steps, and then you sit. That's it. Ready? Shall we try now? So please, all of you stand up now. Stand up. Yes. Hello. Yes, please stand up. Don't sit and do this. You cannot sit and do this. You need to stand up, all of you. Thank you. Wonderful to see all of you standing up. Okay. Yeah, legs apart, stand comfortably. Let's start with the right hand. Okay, now keep your right hand like this, like 90 degree. Okay, and position that with your left hand. Hold that with your left hand. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Ready? Okay, and start now. 1. Do this. 2. Keep counting. 3, 4. Go on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, done. Come back. And remember, when you do this, like 1 and the hand comes down, hand should not just go down like this. You should exactly stop at 90 degrees. Again, it come back from there. Again, it stop at 90 degrees. Again, it comes back. That's how you're going to do. And let's say another thing. Let's say I said 10. This is not exactly like a 10. If you want to do, let's do 15, but do the same 15 left hand also. You cannot change the number. Let's say you did 12 here. Let's say your favorite number is 12. No problem. Do 12 and again do 12. But minimum 10. We want you to do minimum 10. Do more, no harm. Okay, but whatever the number you do with the right hand, same number of times it should be done with the left hand. Shall we try now? Go on. Now, hold your left hand, all of you, positioned, ready, and start now. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Just walk a little now. Good. Once you're done 10, just move around 10 steps and then come back. Please, you need to come back. Don't go away. Thank you. Welcome back. Wonderful. You did wonderful. I could see in the video. Good. So this is what you're going to do every single day, right? And for today, you're done with this. We don't need to do tonight now, but do it tomorrow morning. Do it tomorrow morning. Do it tomorrow evening. And then maybe once you've done it for 2-3 days, please pass this on to someone. And especially who are sick, if your friends or somebody sick, affected with corona, call and tell them. You show them how to do it on the video call. Let them do. We'll guarantee you they will actually improve much better. Much, much better. So, it improves the immunity and all. You can read loads of information is available on the internet about this. Solar plexus corrections, why we need to do like it's one of a wonderful secret, because the more aligned your solar plexus is, perfect, you're going to be mind and body balanced. You can meditate, but if you're a meditator, you can meditate better. If you're a healer, you can heal better. If you're a student, you can concentrate better. And anybody can do, starting from, you don't need for the below 10 years old, about 10. I can say even ideal 12 and above. Anybody can do, even 80, 90, 100, no problem. Okay, so please do this. Then the last technique for the day wanted to show you is, like, I mentioned about nectar, right? One of the way to, understand about this, there are many layers of meaning actually. One of the meaning at a physical level is, these hormones, for example. Let's say, for example, when you get depressed, when you feel sad, or when you have a lot of fear, you generate a lot of hormones which are very harmful to the body, right? The same way, when you're happy, when you're blissful, when you're ecstatic, when you're romantic, what happens? You generate exactly opposite, happy hormones, right? The same way, by doing some certain, exercises, you can actually generate a lot of these wonderful things like serotonin, melatonin, even nitric oxide. Like nitric oxide is literally considered to be elixir for the human system. You can generate loads of nitric oxide, just by sitting at your home. You don't need to go anywhere actually. So this lot of research has been done. Probably we can share if some of you interested. If you can write to us, we can share a lot of research thing on this. But here, let me show you the technique. How do you generate nitric oxide right now, sitting at your home? How? By doing Brahmary Pranayama. Have you heard about Brahmary? You don't need to even call Pranayama, just Brahmary. So what is Brahmary? So there is a sound you need to produce in your in your mouth. Focusing here. When you do it, a lot of nitric oxide gets generated here actually, which in turn heals you. A lot of healing, a lot of repair, a lot of rejuvenation takes place when you do this. It's very, very, very powerful. So I request you to do just again. How much time? 3 minutes. Not more than 3 minutes I want you to spend. Shall we try? And I'll show you. Now, all of you, just do this with me. The letter, the sound which you need to pronounce here is ma. Like if some of you this is the sound like. That's the sound you need to produce, like humming sound, so that's the sound. It's like, just to make you understand, This sound should be generated in your mouth, not in the throat. Many people do that wrongly, but this is the right way of doing it. Let's say I want you to pronounce these letters. Shall we try now? Say ka, all of you. Say ka. Just notice where the sound is get generated. Ka. K-A, ka. Say ka. Louder. Hello. Say louder. Ka. Okay. Now say tha. Say tha. Louder. Okay. Now say tha. T-H-A. Tha. Say tha. Can you feel now? Ka, tha, tha. You see the sound is moving. Now say pa, pa, P-A, pa. See, it has come here.
So
now
sorry.
Say ma, ma. You see, almost edge of the lips. Can you see now? Ka, ta, tha, pa, ma. You see the way the sound is traveling actually? Like that it is. And even like in the same way, when you say ha, ha actually come from the nabi. Like, it's such a beautiful language. Sanskritam is actually like when you say that, it like the whole body gets vibrated from the nabi till here. That's how scientifically it's been designed. So here, what we need to pronounce the sound is ma sound. Ready? I'll just show you. All I need to do is like this. Brahmary. One of the simplest way of doing it. You're going to breathe in. Then you're going to just say as long as you can slowly. Ready? And focusing here. You feel that vibrations in your nasal, here in the nostril, in the mouth, in this area. Ready? I will do it once. You just watch me. Okay? It's good to close your eyes and do it. That's all. See, I did 1 round. Like that, you can do 5 rounds, more than enough. If you want, you can do 50 rounds also, no harm. But 5 rounds to begin with. Shall we start now, all of us? Ready? Okay. Please join me. Close your eyes now. Breathe in fully. Remember, the ma sound should be pronounced in the mouth, not in the throat. Okay. So, ready? Focus on this point, the third eye, or what we call, the pineal gland, and the eyebrows. Focus there, concentrate there. Ready? Start now. Say that. Go on, louder, as long as you can. Moment the breath got exhausted, again, breathe in full again, start. While breathing out, do that sound, produce that moo sound. Go on. Wonderful. Please do it again. Breathe in. Sound, go on. Awesome. Do it again. Breathe in. Do it again. Wonderful. Last round. Ready? Please do it. Breathe in. Start again. Wonderful. Thank you. Come back. Trust me, you really reduced 15 to 20% of your depression. If at all you're depressed or if you're sad or something, it's just gone. It's just gone. Trust me, just by doing this 5 times Brahmary Pranayama. It is that powerful. It is that powerful. If you really don't trust me, just watch your mind for the next half an hour. How do you feel? Negative thoughts won't come to you so easily. You don't feel sad. You feel good. You feel there is something happened, something changed, but you don't know what it is. But it may again fade away because the first time you did. The more you do it, what happens? You start bubbling with energy because you're generating that, a part of, what we say, nectar. Nitric oxide is elixir actually. If you want, again, loads of information is available on the internet. Some of you are really good. You can go and check it out. Okay, so try this. So this is what I want you to do for the next few days now. When 40 continuous connected breathing, 2 to 3 times a day, just 1 or 2 minutes, done. And solar plexus corrections. Okay, so 2 times a day, morning and evening. And the third one, this Brahmary Pranayama, 5 times. That's 1 minute or 2 minutes, anytime. And again, sometime when you do this, whether it's a breathing, solar plexus, or this one, you feel thirsty. I don't know, maybe some of you are already feeling. If you feel thirsty, it's a very good sign. Why? Because some energy correction is happening inside your system. So go and drink water. Not now. We are almost winding up now. So at that time, you feel more thirsty, you just drink more water. That's it. You feel phenomenal. So please do this 3 exercises. Then we're almost coming to the end of today's session. Okay, it's a few minutes extra I took today. So, but I promise you, next session will stick on to the time. When we say 6:15, we will stop by 6:15. Okay. So now I'd like to take any questions. If you have any questions, maybe we can take 1 or 2 questions. Or if not, if you don't have any questions now, what we can do, we can even bring up these questions in next session. Okay, next question. Yeah, one question, interesting. Do not, like one question I could see here. Traditionally, when you do the Brahmary Pranayama, you actually close like this and do, right? All of this. I practiced for years like this in Rishikesh, but you need not do that here. Need not do that. If you already know that method, you can continue, you do it. But like the way I showed you, the simplest process, that also helps actually. There are many ways of doing Brahmary. It is not just one. There are many ways of doing Brahmary. What I showed you, the simplest one, and it works. Remember, it's not about this. The more important in Brahmary, the way the sound is producing. Many people I've seen, they produce in the neck, like sometimes, but he should come from here. Focus should be here. The vibration should be here. See the difference. Okay, wonderful. And then, can pregnant women do all practices? Yes, Vivan Thallam is a wonderful question. Yes, Vivan, all can do. Anybody can do these exercises actually, not an issue. Not an issue. Okay, yeah. So then, okay, 1 second. So then, any other questions if you have? Again, we have this WhatsApp group for you, special WhatsApp group which we have created. If any questions are, you can please post your question. There is going to be a temporary group. Moment this 10 session gets over, we will dissolve that group because we don't want to, keep disturbing you with messages. Okay, so in that way, if any questions you put up there, and we answer all your questions. We will answer all your questions. We have a specially dedicated team to take up these questions, highly qualified team, and they will answer to you. Okay, number 1. And then I'm going to see you. This English session will run Saturday and the Wednesday. I'm going to meet you on Wednesday again, same timing, 5:30 to 6:15 will do. And then you all know we have a language classes, like we are running the same thing, whatever I shared with you. Same thing we run in Kannada, Tamil on Sunday, and then Hindi, Gujarati on Monday, and then Marathi and Telugu on Tuesday. If you have other friends who think, who can attend days, get benefited, you can pass it on this information to you, others, and then they can join tomorrow, day after tomorrow. This first sessions will begin tomorrow and then Monday and the Tuesday. Okay. So English, we are running 2 sessions a week. Languages will go only 1 session a week, like that. Okay. So I really appreciate your time. May God bless you all. And then you one day you'll find the nectar inside you, and then spread it to many, many people. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you.
Just want to say, just want to end this session by saying that there is a live YouTube link that you all can check in case if you have missed anything. You can check the live YouTube link which has been recorded, and all of the stuff that you missed out, you can check it again. And in case if there are some questions, then you can message it here right now or on the WhatsApp group, and we will address them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we will close the Zoom session now, and then we will take up all these questions and we'll reply back to you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, we'll collect these questions and we'll reply back. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you, Tina.